All right. And hopefully you've got your massage oils for your feet and your fluffy socks. That's later. I would love to start with massage oils to begin with, but we will end up sliding everywhere. So the oil is for later. So like I said before, this whole flow is to do with tiptoe and the anatomy of standing on our balls of the feet and toes. So we're really going to get into our feet. And we're going to start with, oh my God, my feet are horrific. I'm so glad that I don't have a high def camera because, oh, man, they look like, they're dead. All right. That being said, find a place where you can comfortably have access to your feet. So if that's cross-legged, great. If it's on a block, also great. And then we're just going to very, very gently start by massaging into the feet. Yeah. In a minute, we'll get into the little toe webbing, but just for now, we're going to massage up. Just allowing the hands to go wherever they want. And maybe you've already found some really lovely spots. Just allowing the fingers a little bit of access. And hopefully the breath is longer and freer as you massage. And if you're massaging a little bit kind of speedily, then maybe just slow the massage down. And before you get into the other side of the foot, if you haven't already, just really make sure that the arch feels alive. And then swap over. And then once we've done this foot, we'll just have a little bit of toe play as well. Feel right. Yeah, okay. And then only when you're done with that second foot, you can go back to the first foot and slide the fingers into the webbing of the toes. And you might be able to get 3 fingers in, depends on the mobility of the toes. You might be able to get 4 fingers in, whatever feels comfortable. You might just stay quite at the very edges of the toes, or you might be able to get all the way down if you wriggle and adjust. And however and wherever you feel comfortable, you can then just have a little start to mobilize. And as we start to mobilize the toes, just see if you can take your awareness there. So see if you can find where the second toe is on your body map. You can go and find the third toe, and you can feel free to give it a wriggle as well with your spare arm. Just see if we can map those toes a little bit more adroitly. And once you've finished that toe on the first side, same thing on the other side. So you just slide your fingers and interlace them into the toes. And once they're comfortable, you can then have a little massage and circle around. You don't have to get all of the fingers in, or don't have to go all the way to the bottom, just wherever the toes will let you in. And before we start to really get into movement, just see if you can find that big toe. And then second toe. Third. Gently disengage hand from foot, foot to hand. Hopefully, if you give your feet a little bit of freedom and then have a little bit of a wriggle, they should feel more open. They should feel like it's much more easy to differentiate. That was a hard one. To differentiate between all of your 5 toes. Should be a little bit more kind of clearer on the map, like we've outlined them a lot more widely. And then we're going to use that straight away. So come down into a bridge pose. And then in your bridge, just lift and lower. As you lift, take an inhale and take the arms above the head. And as you exhale, lower the hips, lower hips. In. Good. And at this point, just be light with the feet. James, bring your feet a little, legs a little bit closer together, just a tiny bit closer together. Yeah, just a tiny bit. So just be light on the feet, just let them kind of spill over a little bit, just be nice and wide and light. And then just do one more, and then we'll change things up. So when you next find yourself exhaled with the hips on the ground, the hands by your side, stay there. And then as you inhale, keep the hands as they are, but lift the hips once again skyward. With this one, we're going to stay lifted. Really nice. And we're going to stay lifted. And as we exhale and inhale, we're going to push the big toe into the ground. So both big toes, we push both big toes, exhaling and inhaling. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I can see this, but I'm hoping that's happened. And then move on to the second toe, same thing, push both second toes into the ground, inhaling and exhaling. Hips stay up the whole time. Move to the third toe, that's a really tough toe. You cramping? Oh, Lou, good, that's good. That means lots of stuff is happening. You're like, it's not flipping good, it's painful, lady. And then we're probably on our baby toe now, on our little toe. Inhaling and exhaling, pushing into the little toe. And then gently unwind, have a little hug in, hips come back, have a little roll. And then as you roll and as you decompress, I'll just explain the next thing. So we're going to come into the same position, hips up, but we're going to hover 1 foot completely off the ground. So same position, but 1 foot is off the ground. And then we're going to do the same thing with our toes, but we're going to be quicker. So as we exhale, we're going to push into the big toe, inhale second, exhale third, and so forth. So we'll be staying up on 1 foot, but we'll be a lot quicker. Whenever you feel ready, come all the way back up into your bridge. Hover the left foot off the ground, press the upper arms into the earth, and then exhale, push into the big toe. Inhale second, exhaling third. Inhale fourth, exhale baby. Inhale to start to come down, and exhale to finish. Yay, good. Have a little bit of a hug in, have a little bit of a roll, whatever you need. You might even want to go long, don't always have to hug in. And then very, very gently, the same thing but the other side. So press the feet down. Come up into a nice neutral bridge. Hover the right foot off the ground. Yep. Take the foot a little bit closer to the ground, Jem. Tiny bit closer. Yeah, good. And then feet press in, exhaling big toe. Nice, Melanie. Inhaling second. Nice, Davina. A little bit higher with the hips, third. Good, Elaine. I like the arms. And then once you've done the little toe, come all the way down, have a little hug and a roll. Hug and a roll. From here, make sure the back of the head is on the ground. Lift the feet off, but keep the legs in a little L shape. So they're in an L or half a box. And then just make sure the knees are above the hips. So they're not coming closer to your face. Perfect. On an exhale, start to take the feet down to the ground without the angle of the knee changing. Inhale as the feet just touch, just have a little, yep. And then exhale to come back up to center. All right. Imagine you've got something sharp on the back of the knee. So you can't change the position of the knee, all right? The knee stays in that exact same angle, like a little set square. And then do that same thing again. So exhale to come down. So don't change the angle of the knee. Don't bend the knee more. That's it. So you're moving from the femur heads. You're moving from the thighs, not the, yeah, nice. Good. If you can't feel core, it probably means that you're moving from the knee as opposed to from the femur heads. So as you exhale, the feet are coming closer to the ground. You're going to inhale as you pause. And then exhale to pick it back up. Do one more like this. Really should be feeling it strongly in the front of the body, in the center. And then when you next come up, stay up. Take the hands and pop the hands onto the thighs, probably quite close to the knees. And then push the arms so they're straight. So you've got straight arms, the hands are pressing roughly the knees. It depends on arm length and body length. Good. So Lane, if it feels all right, you're pressing the hand, the palms into the front of the thighs. Yeah, cool. And then once you've got the arms straight, so Davina as well, so push the arms into the front of the thighs. So you've got flat palms, yeah. Yep, and you can move the hands further up if you need more space, or lower down if like me, yeah. And then once you've got that, the arms are straight, push the thighs back into the hands as you push the hands into the thighs. So the thighs are pushing back into the hands are pushing into the thighs. And again, that should feel really, really strong. You've got straight arms. And then release. Oh, yeah. So back of the body is ready to help us balance. Front of the body is definitely switched on. All good to go. When you're ready, come sit up in Dandasana staff pose. So butt on the floor, legs are straight. Yeah. And just for a second, because we've been quite mean this morning, just for a second, have a very gentle forefoot. Just have a little drop down. Oh, why does that feel so good? And then come back up, Dandasana. From Dandasana, press down through the hip bones. And then point the ankles. So point the ankles. Yeah, so feet go further away from you, toes go further away. Yeah, point the ankles. Ah, great. All right. And then just have a look at your ankles. Are they both kind of pointing the same degree? As you point, is one foot kind of coming up a little bit? So can you feel more arch of the foot looking at you? Or do they look quite even? And then just notice if by pointing the ankles, you've also pointed your toes. And if you have pointed your toes, can you keep the ankle pointed but lift the toes up? Because that is a tiptoe position, isn't it? When we're in tiptoes, we can't point the toes because we're on the ground. And then if you've managed to lift the toes, so the toes are coming closer to your feet as the ankles are further away, have the toes done a weird thing? You might notice that as you've picked up your toes, they've kind of gone off a little bit to the right, sorry, to the outsides of the mat. If they have, is there any way that you can spread the toes, focus on the big toe, and get the big toe a little bit more central, even as they're flexing? So we've got pointed ankles, the ankles are further away. The toes are curling in towards our face, and then we're trying to spread the big toe away. And gently soften everything. Have a little toe wiggle. I am hoping our feet feel really alive. And then gently, if it feels comfortable, you can roll over cross-legged or come up to down dog, however you wish. Whatever you wish. Have a little feel of down dog. And as I said before, we can do this whole flow without the tiptoe action. So whenever I say tiptoe, you can ignore me. Either way, inhale as you look forward, exhale, forward fold. We're going to do 2 half salutes with that option to be on tiptoe. So inhale, flat back. Exhaling, chair pose, lifting up onto our tiptoes. It might be easier than normal. Inhale, staying up on our toes, coming all the way up, Samastiti, negotiating with our balance. Exhale, keep the heels up and drop the hands into our heart center. Inhale, drop the feet, lift the arms, take the legs wide into Malasana. Exhaling. Inhale at the bottom, push through the feet. Exhale, press back, lift up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, nice Trish. Get that backward movement from the hips. Really get into the hips. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, push back, lift the belly off the thighs. Inhale, arms. Exhaling, last one. Inhale at the bottom, spreading the feet. And then exhale, dive forward through that little lovely cave you've made. Knee cave, forward fold. Yes. Last one before we start to flow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose on our tiptoes, which is going to bring us forward. Inhale, lift all the way up, Samastiti. And exhale as the hands fall into our heart center. Inhale, we drop the heels. Get the feet ready for Malasana as the arms go skyward. And exhaling. Malasana. Inhale as the feet spread and we feel the toes. Exhale, we use that to push down into the floor to lift all the way up. Inhale as the arms reach. And exhaling. Malasana. Good. Really good. Inhaling as we pause, finding the feet. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, arms. Exhaling, last one. Good. Really good. Nice. It looks nice. Good. At the bottom of this one, you can inhale if you haven't already got to the bottom. And then exhale, forward fold. Okay. Locate your block and just have it near you because we're going to use it. And it's going to be a nice thing to use. It's going to be a little happy block. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, right leg comes back, runner's lunge. In our run, notice that we're on a tiptoe on the back foot. As we inhale, lift a little bit higher onto the tiptoe, so you're more onto the toes, less on the ball of the feet, if that feels all right toe-wise. Exhale, drop down, you feel the lengthening through the calf. Inhale, heel comes closer up to the front of the head and to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the heel so it's closer to the floor. Inhale as we lift. Oh, exhale, last one. Inhale, lift the heel, you're on the very, very tips of your toes. Exhale, lower so you're more in the ball of your feet. Inhale as we lift up, high lunge. Have a little shoulder wriggle. And then exhale, drop the back knee all the way. Untuck the back toe. Inhale, tall kneel. Okay. Do behind you. As we inhale, take the arms up, cross the wrists and spread the fingers. And as we exhale, elbows draw into the sides of the waist. Ah. Inhale. Cross the other wrist in front. Exhale, pull down, sides of the waist. Yeah, keep going. Inhale, opposite wrist. Exhale, pull down. Really, really get that pull down. Really get it in. Inhale, cross the wrists. Exhale, last one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, pop the hands in front of you into tabletop. Take your block, probably put it on its highest setting, roughly underneath kind of belly button towards sternum. Yeah, perfect. And you might need to move that, feel free. Tuck the toes when you're ready. So we're going to open up through the back of the toes now. Inhale, sit the heels back. Exhale, drop the elbows and drop the head onto the block and move the block if you need to. So that should feel nice. Inhale, lift back up to tabletop, pressing into the hands. And exhale, if you want to change the block so it's lower, you can. Yay. When you're ready, inhale, rock the weight back through. So you're sitting on your heels, opening through the soles of the feet. Exhale, we drop the elbows, we drop our head. Inhale, push through the hands to lift us back to tabletop. Exhale, maybe we see if we can get rid of the whole block. Maybe. Inhale, last one. Hips back to the heels. It sounds like something. Exhale, drop. You might be more on the crown of your head this time rather than the forehead. Yeah. Inhale to lift back up, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop the heels. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop last one. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale to drop. Inhale as you look forward. And exhale, forward fold. All I can see is Louise's head, but Bernard's butt. It was amazing. When you're ready, first flow done. Inhale, flat back. First flow done. Exhaling, chair pose, maybe on tiptoes. Inhale as we press all the way up, Samastiti. Exhale, hands into the heart center. Inhale, this one's different. Drop the heels, lift the arms. And exhale, forward fold. Okay. When you're ready, a little chair pose. So inhale, chair pose. Arms, your decision. Toes, your decision. Maybe tiptoeing as you chair. Lovely. As you exhale, keep the legs exactly as they are. But as you exhale, drop the heels and flex forward. But legs stay as they are. So legs stay bent, hips stay low. Inhale as you lift the heels and lift the torso up into chair. You don't have to lift the heels. Exhaling, keep the legs as they are, but flex the back. So we should be feeling this the whole way through. Inhale, lift up into chair, tiptoes or not. Nice, really great. Exhale, lower and flex, but keep the legs. They haven't changed position, keep them bent. Inhale, chair. Good, maybe tiptoes. Exhale, flex, last one. Inhaling into chair. Exhale, drop the heels. This time, straighten the legs, forward fold. I know, Gemma, I know. I feel exactly this. Your face is what I was thinking. Inhaling as we pause. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through to a plank. Have a little feel into the toes in your plank as well. Just keep them alive. Exhale, drop onto your belly. Inhale, we lift up locust. We're going to stay in locust. As we exhale, flex our feet. As we inhale, point. Exhaling, flex. Keep staying up in locust, really nice. Good. Last one, last point, last flex. And then come all the way back. This one, come back into child's. Yeah, come back into child's. And as you rest in child's, notice that we're opening through the front of the ankle. So we're giving some space through the front of the ankle. Nice strong breath. And then you can gently come all the way up. If you fancy a hop, you can. If you fancy a jump, you can. If you are hopping, take a hop on both sides because that particular flow is uni-sided, both-sided, so we don't need to flow again on this. Yes. Oh, so good. So those feet should be more springy. You should have a little bit more bounce going through them now. There's a little bit more opportunity for them to bring you forward. When you're happy with what you're doing, when you've done both sides, you can fold forward. Second flow done. 2 flows done. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. If you want to tiptoe, I'm not going to bother this time. Tiptoe in chair. Inhale, press from the feet all the way down as you lift all the way up. Exhale, hands into the heart center. Inhale, adjust the feet. Just one Balasana. You've got time to grab your block if you want one. Exhale, hips go back first. Knees join in and the body. Ankles finish off. Really, really lovely. When we get down there, we inhale to find the feet. Nice, Trish, nice and slow, finding the pelvic floor. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up chair. Tiptoes is up to you. I'm going to keep my heels on the ground for this one. As we exhale a tiny little bit lower. As we inhale a little bit higher. Exhale, tiny amount. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. It looks like we're bobbing. Elaine's probably like, I've had enough of bobbing. And very, very, very gently straighten up the legs. Allow the head, the neck to unwind, forward fold. Yeah, you can stand if you prefer as well, absolutely. Inhaling as you pause. Exhale, step the right leg back, runner's lunge. Inhale as we come up, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. We're just going to stay here for 3 breaths. Reach the arms forward and back. Spreading the feet. 2 more. Last one. Oh, that sock looks nice and wet for you, Louise. Lovely. Louise did have a pair of really nice comfy socks to wear for afterwards, and they're now pre-washed, which is wonderful. So Ben's done a great job. Inhale, come into reverse warrior. And once again, we'll stay here for 3 breaths. Keep that front knee bent, Trish. And spread the fingers as well. Last two. Inhale. As you exhale, return once again to warrior two. We're going to toggle back and forth between those positions. If it feels okay, push down through balls of the foot as you lift the front foot, front toe, front heel. And then inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. So either heel is up or heel is down, and you're just inhaling, reverse, and exhaling right. If you want a little bit more, take the legs a little bit further apart. That's going to require a little bit more endurance. Every time you visit reverse warrior, open up through the ribs. Reach the fingertips, Trish. Really, really reach the fingertips away from the last couple. When you next find yourself in warrior two, drop the front heel if it's been lifted. Lift the back heel. Spin so you can take your arms down. Exhale. Inhale as we come forward to a plank. And exhaling onto our bellies. Keep the arms as they are. Roll the shoulders back and squeeze them together and lift up. Cobra if it feels comfy, or Sphinx if you prefer. Nice. Good. And then all the way down, have a little rock. Push up, push back, downward facing. Almost there, almost there. Inhale as you look forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling at the top. Exhaling, left leg comes back, runner's lunge. Inhale, we sweep the arms open, high lunge. Exhale, we open and settle, warrior two. We stay here 2 more breaths. And the reversal warrior. Really, really lovely. Front knee stays just as bent as it was. You're leaning back. Reverse it. Yeah, that's right, it must have been. And then exhale, warrior two. Decide on the length of the leg, and then decide on that tiptoe or not. Either way, whatever foot you've got on the ground, really plug it in. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, 1, 2. Inhale, I think reach up and back, reverse. Nice. Good. Nicely, really nice. Going back and forth. A couple more. Oh, sounds. Next, come into warrior two, stay there. If you've lifted your heel, let it come back onto the ground. Pick up the back heel so you can spin everything. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through to a plank. And then from plank onto your belly. Inhaling cobra. We're in cobra when you're ready, Lou. Cobra. I know I'm not in cobra. I'm in looking at screen mode. Exhale to come down. Inhale, adjust the hands so they feel powerful. And exhale up and back. Down facing dog. Okay, last flow. It's a little bit quicker. Inhale as we look forward. And exhale, we propel ourselves forward. And we did start 5 minutes later, so we are going to finish 5 minutes later. So hopefully that's okay. Inhale as we pause. We're going to skip off our half salute, but we have done 3 flows. This is our 4th. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps all the way up. Have a little toe wiggle when it's up there. Squeeze the toes and then spread the toes. Squeeze and then spread. And then exhale, taking through high lunge. Okay. Arms are glued to the ears. Front heel can stay down. Front heel can lift up. Everyone's like, well, I want to know what we're doing before I lift it. Oh, some people have just lifted it, just gone, yeah. All right. From our high lunge, we're going to come forward, galloping horse. Exhale to come up, high lunge. Inhale to come down. Legs have not changed one little bit. Apart from that, probably balance negotiation, hostage negotiation. Keeping our feet hostage, good. If you want to spin that back heel down, you can. Last couple. Hello, Bubba. Hello. Exhaling. Drop the hands. I hope this means I'm not going to get attacked. Downward facing dog. Inhale through to a plank. Exhaling onto your bellies. Inhaling, nice half gentle cobra. And from that half cobra, drawing the belly up, lifting up tabletop, pressing it back, child's, lifting it back up, downward face. Okay. We're just going to do, we're not going to think, we're just going to do. Not going to think. Everyone's like, I'm already thinking. We're going to inhale, 3-legged dog with the right leg up. And as we exhale, tree pose. Just your body knows how to get into tree. Oh, I love that, Gem. Really good. However you found your tree, maybe put some weight through the ball of the foot and the big toe. Maybe as you put the weight forward and you look a little bit forward, you might be able to lift the back heel. Not the back heel, you know what I mean. You might be tiptoeing your tree. Yes, nice, Davina. Good, good. Lovely, Gem. Really nice. Oh, Elaine, lovely. And then gently lower the foot. Oh, that's so amazing. Come into a forward fold. Have a little shake. I'm really hoping I don't get attacked. Inhale. As we pause. And last thing, exhale, other side. Left leg. Oh, sorry, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale as the left leg goes up. Have a little toe curl and then a toe space. Toe curl, toe space. Oh, and then take that leg forward. High lunge. Okay. You can leave your feet as they are, or you can lift the front heel. And then when you're ready, galloping horse, arms by the ears as you inhale, so that we can push down and lift back up as we exhale, high lunge. Inhale to come down. Really good. So we're using the exhale to come up. Keep going, Trish, you've got it. Keep going. Otherwise, I'll send Merlin over to you. He's like my henchman. Last couple. And then gently drop the hands. Take everything back down the dog. We'll skip out our chaturanga. Yeah, we'll stay in down dog. Inhale when you're ready, that left leg comes up. And exhale, shoot that left leg forward and take it straight into tree. So the left leg comes forward. As you put the weight on, you also lift up into tree. Yeah. If you feel steady, the gaze is steady, head is steady, take the weight a bit forward so you can really feel the big toe. And maybe you take enough weight that you can lift that heel off the ground. Oh, uh-oh, sorry. Sorry, nice. They're so great. Really lovely. And then drop the heel. Oh, sink the hips down onto the ground. Grab your massage oil. If like me, you've disrobed, keep that warmth in. Get your socks ready so that you can put them straight on so you don't leave oil marks all over the carpet or the floor. And then for our last 3 or 4 minutes, get into the feet. Really nice. I can't even do it now. The best bit, I can't do it. Can't do it. So if you want to do what we did before, so finding spots on each foot before we get into the toes, then you can. And then getting into the arch of the foot and spreading the toe webbing. And I would hope that the toes are a lot more yielding to your fingers now. I would hope they give you a lot more space. Oh, it looks so nice. Don't forget to get into the heels as well. And what's really, really lovely is to get to the bottom parts of your tibia and your fibula. So those big bones going through your lower leg. So your tibia is the inside bone. That's the big shin bone. And you might just get to that little round end of it, that little kind of knobbly bit on your ankle, the inside. You can just massage around there with oil. It's really, really lovely. Just feel the shape of the bone. That's the end of the bone there. So cool, isn't it? Merlin says, did you know that he's on his tiptoes the whole entire time? Which is so cool, isn't it? But you are. But then he's obviously got 4 feet rather than 2, so it's cheating a little bit. And then whenever you've had enough, you might spend the whole of relaxation. We've got another minute. Or if you want, you can just have a little, very, very, very brief, just a very brief lay down, just for a minute. And that's a couple of breaths before you think about getting. I'm so loving the concentration on everyone's face. Those of you that are still massaging, so sweet. If you're on the floor and if you do need to come up, if you haven't got an extra couple of minutes and you want to seal your practice together, then you can come up. Hopefully safe in the knowledge that at some point today, you'll find yourselves sat down just for a couple of minutes, maybe in a sunny spot, and you can just reconnect to our practice, reconnect to your feet, and have a very lovely meditation. Or Shavasana. But for now, if you haven't already come into a seated position, oh, Davina, sorry. If you've got time, stay there. But if you haven't already come into a seated position, and then once there, have a little shoulder roll. Bless you. She's got her manly socks in. And then take the arms all the way up as we gather everything in. And exhale as we just gently replace it. We just give it back. We just give it back then. Inhale as we take it. All the love. Exhale as we replace it. Inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale into our heart center. Stop recording if I can find my mouse. What's our mouse?